Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Unity Spiritual Center, Spokane. So happy to see all the faces here in front of me in the sanctuary, as well as, I can't see your faces, but I know you're out there online. As our mission states, we are a vibrant community growing through spiritual practices and love. How beautiful is that? My name is Sally Sledge. I get to be platform assistant today. Take a moment now, please, to silence your cell phones. And as always, we want to begin our time together by sharing our opening affirmation. Together we affirm, there is only one presence and one power active in my life and in the universe, God the Good. This is Unity's foundational principle. One presence, one power, one life living through and as each one of us. I've mentioned before that those words that I just said, one presence, one power, has really helped me as the airplane lifts off from the tarmac. And I am nervous every single time. We are so grateful to have speaker, Reverend David McClure, sharing his message, discovering, I knew this was coming too, how to clean up, clear out, and unclutter your home and mind. Don't we all need that? Can't wait. Our music today is provided by the wonderful Unity Choir, directed by Janice Mayfield. In a moment, our chaplain, Al, will share a prayer, but first, our song leaders will start us off with a community song.
Please stand.
Good morning. Take a moment, put aside your cares and all the rush that it took to get here this morning through the snow and ice. And let's start with just a deep, healing breath. Inhale And then out with a quiet, relaxing. As you do, relax, let go. Allow yourself to ground. Allow the chair to support your weight. Send your roots deep into Mother Earth and stretch your spine to the heavens. And allow the love to meet your heart. God is release. God is cleansing. God is renunciation. God is repentance. As Charles Fillmore wrote, there must be a renunciation or a letting go before the new can find a place in consciousness. I am one with God's release. I cleanse my spirit through the inspirational reading. I deny the world and affirm the truth. And I repent any behavior that does not support my being the light of God in the world. And as I am one with God's release, so are each of you. For release is one of the 12 powers gifted to us by God. In this realization of release, we understand the importance of holding fast to the truth by consistently cleansing our mind and renouncing that which is not the truth, and of repenting our error. I bless Reverend David, our speaker, Janice, Beth, and our choir, and all the volunteers that make this service possible. I bless this center and our community. I renounce my old way of thinking so that I may understand the depth of today's message. I release this prayer into spirit, knowing it is already done. I am grateful for the knowledge that I can always change course, repent my errors, and release my erroneous thoughts. As it says in the old Zen story, if you do not empty your cup, how can you taste my tea? So it is.
Thank you, Janice. Thank you, choir. Awesome. Thank you, Beth. Appreciate that. Yeah. I was dressed to sing in the choir this morning, but brought back great memories of when I did have that opportunity, sing in the choir. I enjoyed it very much. Good morning, Spokane. First off, I want to thank whoever decorated with icicles out there. Nice touch, very nice touch. They'll be here till March 15th or so. So, today, I want to share a little message that's for me, and if the shoe fits, you can wear it too. A couple of weeks ago, I needed something to fix something in our home, and I discovered, or I remembered that the proper tool for fixing it is a whatchamacallit that I carry in my junk drawer. How many of you have a junk drawer in your home? Good, just about everybody, yeah. It's a place where you keep things where you never know when you're going to need them, but you got to have it on hand, and it's in that pile of junk in that drawer, and you search through to see if you can find it. I'm convinced that all junk drawers are connected. They have a society that they belong to. And person looking through their drunk door, that too. But if you're looking through that junk drawer, you either say, "What's this?" or you say, "I'm sure it's in here someplace." There's a man who goes into a town that he's never been in before, and he finds someone to give him a tour of the town. But as he's led around the town, everything seems a little strange. And finally, the tour guide brings him to a big building. And it's the train station, the guide says. The man from out of town says, "Finally, something normal." But when he goes in, there's nothing but a bunch of drawers in here. And he opens one and finds a card that says, "Because the devil told me to do it." And another one that says, "Because it gives me a funny feeling." "What's up with these cards?" the man asks. The tour guide says, "They're reasons. If you need a reason for something that you don't have a reason for, then you come here to get a reason." We have drawers and drawers full of cards that have reasons on them. The man says, "But why is it called a train station?" And the tour guide says, "Because this is where we keep our locomotives." How about that one, Rick? Does that work? All right. If you have a junk drawer, you have a locomotive in mind. You don't know when you might need what's in that junk drawer, but you're going to keep it there whether you like it or not. It's going to be in that drawer. A man's boss once pointed to an employee's desk and told him what a mess it was. He said that a cluttered desk is a sign of a cluttered mind. The man wasn't too happy when the employee pointed out that the boss's desk was empty. A while back, I went on a diet. 2 days into my diet, I removed all the junk food from my house. It was delicious. including the Cougar Gold. Okay. Have you ever felt that your home is getting overrun with stuff? You ever had that feeling? I certainly have. Maybe you've tried to declutter in the past only to find yourself still holding on to items you don't need and you don't want. If that's you, then you're not alone. Clutter is a pervasive problem in many people's lives, and it can have an impact, a significant impact, not only on the drawer that you're keeping all this in, but an impact on your mental health and well-being. It can lead you to anything from increased stress and anxiety to reduced productivity and mobility. Clutter can make your home feel overwhelming and chaotic. Why is it that many of us struggle to let go of things, even when they're no longer meaningful to us? Several years ago, there was a book written by Don Haslett called Clutter's Last Stand. And in the book, he spells out why we allow clutter to run rampant in our home. He says clutter is largely the result of deferred decisions, things that are waiting to be dealt with. You're 29th on the list. Oftentimes, we just move our clutter around. We arrange it. Clutter happens because people avoid making decisions about what to do with the items they no longer use. The level of tolerable clutter may vary from person to person. Different things are important to different people for different reasons. At the far end of the spectrum, we have hoarders who have deep-rooted needs to keep things and a strong resistance to letting them go. Maybe you know somebody. Why do we hang on to things anyway? Why do we do this? Well, we say, I have a sentimental attachment to that thingamabob in the junk drawer, or I inherited it, or I got a really good deal on this, or my children may want it someday. There's a good excuse. Or it was given to me as a gift. And finally, you may never know when you might need one of those. And so we rearrange our clutter instead of dealing with it. Haslett says, clutter is a decision delayed. Remember, George Carlin had a famous bit that he did on the subject of stuff. He said, your home is actually just a place for your stuff. You knew that, didn't you? That's all I want, that's all I need in life is a little place for my stuff. I can see it on your table. Everybody's got a little place for their stuff. This is my stuff, that's your stuff, and that'll be his stuff over there. That's all you need in life, a little place for stuff. And that's all your house is a place to keep your stuff. He goes on to say, if you didn't have so much stuff, you wouldn't need a house. You could just walk around all the time. But you can't because you got stuff. A house is just a pile of stuff with a cover on it. You can see that when you're taking off in a plane, you look down, you see everybody's got a little pile of stuff called a house. All the little piles of stuff. And when you leave your house, you gotta lock it up. Wouldn't want somebody to come and take some of your stuff. They always want to take the good stuff first, don't they? They never bother with that crap you're saving in your junk drawer. All they want is the shiny stuff, you know. That's what your house is. It's a place to keep your stuff while you go out and get more stuff, right? Sometimes you got to move because you need a bigger house. Why? No more room for your stuff. Got to build a bigger house. Now, some of you may have heard us talk here at Unity about the 12 powers, and Al mentioned that this morning. These spiritual qualities that are inherent within all of us, and they are there to be used, expressed, and affirmed. One of the 12 powers is called elimination or release, and it's the power of letting go. And it's one of the 12 powers. It's there to be used. There's a reason why we have that particular power. It's one of the least used, however, and often neglected, and in our toolbox. We don't bring out our power of release. But when our stuff is too stuffy and our junk too junky, it's a great power to bring out, to dust off, and to put into action in our life. Even Jesus walked into the temple in Jerusalem, and to his dismay, the place was crammed with stuff. Tables, chairs, chickens, and money changers. He got real angry about this and started to clean house, to turn over the tables, to kick out the money changers. He knew there's a problem when you got too much stuff. He knew that. And you and I both know that there are important advantages in life to let go. They are quite obvious, but we also know that the process of actually letting go can be very difficult, very challenging. To let go of things that no longer serve us, we may need to face not just the stuff in our house or in our closets or in our garage, but more importantly, we also have to start letting go of the stuff that's going on inside of us, like the thoughts and feelings that clutter up our lives, thoughts that have no useful purpose except to preoccupy our time and attention, thoughts like guilt, fear, despair. In order to exercise this power, we will need to develop what I call a letting go mindset. Think of that. You could develop in your life, especially right now, a letting go mindset. The mindset knows how to not only clean out the garage, but more importantly, the useless, unnecessary stuff that's going on in your minds as well. This involves shifting your perspective from one of scarcity, or as I like to call it, scarcity, and to one of abundance, or as I like to call, doing the abundance, whatever that means. Anyway, we can do this once we recognize that we don't need to hold on to possessions to feel secure and fulfilled. We didn't come to this planet to gather stuff. We didn't come here for that purpose. We came here to loose it and let it go and go on and move in life. When we replace it with a vision focusing on the positive benefits of living, not only in an ideal space in our house, but freeing up space in our minds and hearts for creative ideas and new possibilities, this supports the idea of prosperity and abundance in our lives. One thing I know, God did not put you on this earth to be a pack rat. So where do I begin? Where do I start? Well, don't start with your stuff. Start with your head. Stuff that's going on in your head. It's stuffed up with what sometimes I call stinking thinking. Thinking that is useless, unnecessary thoughts about this and about that. We sometimes are so well-rounded in our thinking we're not pointed in any direction. Start cleaning up your mind. Start it today. Get yourself into the mood. Clean up. It's not spring yet, but you don't have to wait for spring house cleaning. Start small. Start with your junk drawer. I cleaned mine up, didn't I, Donna? Did I do that? Yeah, she saw them and got rid of a lot of stuff in there, I tell you. Remember also, as you declutter, clean up after you declutter too. Clean up the mess. Ask yourself, what is the worst that could happen if I got rid of this? What's the worst possible thing that could happen if I junked this or that or something else? Be wary of ambushers. These are the people, spouses, friends who want to come in with more stuff. Say, you need one of these. We've been using it for years. And also remember, there's a home for everything and everything in its home. Once you have a place for everything and everything in its place, keep it that way. Keep it that way. And here's another tip. If you use it, put it back. Don't just lay it down. Put it away. Something in, something out. Something you buy to replace something, get rid of the one that you're replacing it with. Check everywhere. Pull out boxes, drawers, etc. Who knows? You may find you left some money in your lower left closet drawer. It might be in there. Go through your mail when it comes in. Don't keep mail you never are going to read. Here's what's good about uncluttering your life, what it can do for you. It will eliminate stress in your life. I guarantee that. You will complain less. One of our great complaints is to tell people how much stuff we have and what are we going to do about it. Begin to say yes to less. Can you imagine a unity minister telling you that? To say yes for less? But it's a very positive, healing, refreshing thing. Here's one that I'm working on. Give less time to the media. You know? Turn that off and play some music or something else. Spend less time online. Put your frickin' phone down and look at the icicles on the windows or something like that. And here's one. Just want less. Don't keep saying, I want one of those and one of these and 3 of those. And, you know, be okay with one screwdriver and not a whole set of them. If you want to fill your life with something, fill your life with people you love. Fill your life with the people you love. You may take a look at your stuff and think, look at all this stuff. I am so unorganized and impulsive, I can't finish a project. I am a procrastinator and always will be. I'm embarrassed. My closet looks this bad. Then pop another chocolate in your mouth. And go on. If you scan the same closet objectively, having neutralized the clutter, your self-talk story simply says, oh, I see my craft supplies, 7 books, cleaning supplies, and vintage jewelry. It's just stuff. It's all it is stuff. You give it the value that you think it has for you. So here's the bottom line. It's all good. Realize your self-worth is not linked to your stuff. Never has been, never will. And when you leave this world and go on to the next one, somebody else has to look after your stuff. Letting your clutter dictate your worth paralyzes you from letting it go. Here's the good news. No matter how much you may collect or procrastinate, there's nothing wrong with you. Nothing wrong with you. There never has been anything wrong with you and never will be. You're human, which means you have off the charts self-worth, bundles of self-worth, and you are worthy of living an abundant life. So once and for all, give up the lie that your self-worth is based on anything external to you. Your self-worth is not related to the amount of clutter piled around your home, nor your purchasing behavior, nor how many items you've collected. And once you can start believing that you, by yourself, as yourself, are enough to complete your life, to fulfill your life, to enjoy your life, no matter how many things you collect, they will not deter you from being who you are. You are enough and worthy of an uncluttered home, and letting go then becomes easier for you. And believe me, dear friends, you are enough. God bless you. And before I do meditation, I wanted to do a little commercial here. Before we go into our meditation, I'll be launching a 4-week book study coming up on my book, The Healing Tapestry. We will take a deep dive into the book, and for you or anyone who is needing some support for healing or restoring of your individual self, your self-worth, this may be a useful series for you. The book study will be held on Thursday mornings from 10 a.m. to 11:30 in the chapel, and it will start on March the 20th. You need to register for the event, and you can see Deanna down here, and she will be happy to register, so I hope to see you there for that event. And now, take a deep breath and hold it. The fun part comes now when we let it all go. We release it and we let it go. We pause. Pause from all our activity. We sit in a way that is comfortable for us. We close our eyes. And we take another breath, inhaling it fully, filling our lungs to their capacity. And then we loose it and let it go. We exhale very slowly, so you can feel the sensation of letting go. We know a lot about taking breaths. But we don't know as much about letting go of those breaths. We hold our breath for the next moment, next challenge, the next opportunity. This is where tension, stress, and strain come in. This is where areas of tightness become a way of life. Let them all go. Feel them softening, dissolving as if ice is melting those icicles up there. Feel yourself releasing the dark clouds that have clouded your mind and heart, are thinning and breaking apart, only to reveal a bright, clear sky. Take one more deep breath. As you exhale, imagine letting go of all the burdens of your heart, every last one of them. Feel the loosening and releasing. Feel yourself resuming the natural rhythm, the natural sense of possibility that comes from relaxing and letting go. So today we practice not just breathing in, but breathing out. Breathe out now. Let it all go. Loose it and let it go. So it is. Amen.
Thank you, David. That was wonderful. I think all of us can relate to stuff and the decluttering. One thing I do want to know, that widget, did you throw it away? I might need it. Well, good morning. My name is Jim Sledge, and this is the time when we get to share our tithes and our offerings. There are many ways you can do that. My favorite, of course, is through automatic deduction from your bank account. But you can also write a check or text the number on the screen or the QR card. Any way that seems to fit with you, find the one that fits, and please do that. We all know that generosity flows from gratitude. And my yoga instructor last week had a neat little verse on gratitude that I wanted to share with you. The author wrote, "Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos to order, confusion to clarity. It can turn a meal into a feast, a house into a home, a stranger into a friend. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates a vision for tomorrow." Let's take that feeling into our hearts and minds as we share together our offering blessing. Together, I know that my giving blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I give and receive. I give thanks for the abundance that is mine to share. Please join me as we bless these gifts and offerings and those that gave them, as we send it out into the world to do the good that Unity Spiritual Center can. So it is.
Wow. Isn't our choir fabulous? Let me switch gears here. Join me, please, as we say our unity statement together. Unity stands for peace in the presence of conflict, for love in the presence of hatred, for forgiveness in the presence of injury. Unity honors the many names for God, the many paths to God, for we know that there is only one power, one presence, and one life. So, whoever you are, here in the sanctuary or online, and wherever you happen to be on your spiritual journey of transformation, you are welcome here. What a lovely thought. First-time guests, if you are here for the first time, please let me tell you what you will get when I ask you to raise your hand. We have a wonderful welcome packet that gives a coupon for a free coffee beverage at our barista stand afterwards, as well as some other goodies and lots of information. So if you're here for the first time, please raise your hand and our ushers will come give you the packet. I see Lori in the back. Most of us are most of us are seasoned friends. Ooh, I messed up. Error thinking for sure, huh, David? We're glad you are here, new person in the back, and everyone, and please join us afterwards for some fellowship. We encourage everyone to sign up. I know David just told us to not be online as much as we are, but there are some important things you can do. Sign up for our email newsletter that comes out joyfully every week, usually on Wednesday, occasionally Thursday. It tells you all about what's going on here, upcoming classes and events. You can sign up for the e-news by, of course, scanning the QR code that you see here or that you'll see posted around the center. Or on our website, which is being revamped, I hear, slowly but surely. Thank you, Deanna. You can sign up there at unityspokane.org. We'd also like to connect with you the very minimal time you spend on social media platforms. Instagram, that's not in the script, I made that up. I learned that. Instagram, obviously, Facebook, YouTube. Just search Unity Spiritual Center Spokane. Our chaplains today have been Steve, who's been holding the service in prayer. Thank you, Steve. And Cheryl, who, now that she's done singing, she will be here in the front, correct? To be of service if anyone wishes to pray. Prayer is a very important part of Unity's belief system, and you can share with Cheryl if you have obviously something that's sad or troubling and you want to talk to her, talk to someone and pray on it, or if you have a joy that you want to share with someone. That's another good way. So come see Cheryl after the service if you would like to. You could also fill out a prayer request on the form that's in the seat pocket in front of you. Put that in an atrium, our prayer box in the atrium and one at the back of the sanctuary. You can also do that online on our website. So we've tried to make it as accessible as we can because prayer support is so important. Now, we will look at upcoming events and opportunities with news you can use with Juliet.
Good morning. First, I want to thank Reverend David and Reverend Donna and Sally Sledge for the wonderful Unity Way of Life class yesterday. It was so informative. So thank you. It was wonderful. So now for new news that I want to share with you is next week is our annual meeting. So 1 week from today, on Sunday, February 16th at noon. And if you're hungry at that time, our teens will be providing lunch by love offering. And that will be right after the service and before the meeting. And they're going to be providing a salad bar, potato bar, and dessert. Yeah, and I'm an adult, so I will eat it in reverse order. Dessert, potato bar, and maybe salad bar, but okay, probably. All right, so hopefully you'll come join us for the annual meeting. And then also, we have another new activity coming up. If you're a parent or a caregiver of a child ages birth to 18, then and you want to connect with other Unity families for good conversation, community, and support, then I hope you will attend the first parent chat after the service on Sunday, February 23rd from 11:30 to 12:30 in the chapel. This is a great opportunity to get acquainted and explore ideas together, and also opinions on how to build a deeper connection with one another, and also with the community of childcare. I didn't say that right. All right. To build a deeper connection with one another, to talk about there's a period there. Okay. Childcare and snacks will be provided by the Youth and Family Ministry team, and no RSVP is needed, so just go. And if you have questions, ask Joan, is that right? Or Deanna? And then today after service, we have 3 activities going on. First, if you would like to attend a short Unity orientation, if you're new to Unity, or if you just want to learn more about Unity or our center, or you want to learn about ways to get involved, then go to the short Unity orientation. It's right after service, or actually it starts at 11:30 after service, and it'll be in the chapel. And there's so many teams to get involved in. So if you're interested in volunteering and joining one of those teams, attend the short Unity orientation. Also today at 11:30, we have the Living the Talk. It's facilitated by myself and Ron. And so if you want to go deeper into today's talk and talk about your stuff, my stuff, our stuff, and how we can just let go of it, that's 11:30 to 12:30 in the library. And then the third thing, speaking of teams, we have the Earth Care team after service today. So if you want to join the Earth Care team, this team teaches about caring for the earth and honoring our spiritual connections to it. Everyone is welcome to join the team, older kids, including older kids and teens, friends, and greater Spokane community. If you are interested in learning more, then talk to Pat Mertens. There she is over there, for more information. And they meet the second Sunday of every month at 11:30 in the youth area. And then one more item. Next Sunday, February 16th, our speaker will be Reverend Claire Austin. And she's going to be having our White Stone ceremony. And the music will be by Lauren Jameson. So lots going on.
Let's welcome our children in. So many kids, so much life. Joan Breckling, my friend Joan Breckling is going to say a few words to us.
Hello. So a few of us, 5 of us who were our youth ministry volunteers, were able to go to Youth Team Conference. It's a regional event. It was held over in Seebeck on the west side 2 weeks ago. We had just an amazing time. There were about, how many people, 30 people from around the region. About 8 different centers were represented. Cheryl, are you going to share something about this too? I'm going to take a few minutes just to share with you some of the highlights we experienced. We really wanted to let you know our deep gratitude for the support that this congregation and our board continues to give us so that we can go to these events. So who'd like to start?
Hi, my name's Alex. This is the first time I'm actually addressing you guys as a congregation, which is fun. I work with the YOU, so I work with our high school students, so from, kids from 9th to 12th grade. So kind of what we do to kind of give you guys a little understanding of what we do is we help these kids really kind of be leaders in their own community. And they're youth-led, so it's a lot of stuff that they really want to learn about and find interesting, and we, as our sponsors, are doing our best to actually teach that to them and give them those skills that they so desperately want. So with this youth team conference, we kind of go across all of the, aspects of the different age groups, different youths, what different people want to actually learn. And so even with those groups, it's really nice because you get to hear what some of the other regions are doing, what other churches are doing, what, talking with people who work more with the people within here for the congregation, people who are youth leaders who oversee like the youth ed directors and stuff like that. And so we're able to actually get a lot of ideas for what we can do to put ourselves out in the community, which is always fun. But then we also have, I can't remember his name, the singer. Mark Stanton Welsh. Oh, how could I forget that name? He did a fabulous lesson on sound and with Reverend Philip of being able to actually use like some natural like Native American like maracas and stuff like that through natural means of being able to resonate with your chakras, so like your heart chakra, your root chakras, and every element that really resonates with you to be able to find what your body needs, where you really need that help, and to be able to actually kind of feel that around you was really empowering, and that's what I really, resonated with me during this event, and so it was really nice to be able to have that moment. So, but there's so much to learn, so much to gain from these experiences that it is really lovely. So thank you for welcoming and letting me be a part of your congregation.
So I'm Michelle Breckling. I actually work with these guys up here. And the first night we were there, we did Vespers, which is like a way of calming down. And we did these beautiful mandalas. And we did 3 circles that represent your past, your present, and your future. And it was just one of those things where you gotta get it, you gotta figure out where you're going and how it's all connecting with. And they're all really fun, and so with Reverend Philip Simke, he taught us. Yeah, from the Bozeman, Montana. So that was my highlight of doing it.
It's hard for me to say what some of the highlights were, but most of all was the opportunity to connect with the individuals there who were other Sunday school teachers in the different age groups, and also very importantly, the seasoned, speaking of seasoned, teachers who have been guiding in different areas of youth ministry. So, one of them specifically for children who have special learning or other emotional needs, others for different age groups. And these are leaders in our church in the youth area that are very helpful, not just once, but throughout the year, if you want to contact them and stay in touch. If you don't go to these meetings, you don't even know they exist. And so it's very precious. Finally, I learned something about myself, who I really am, that I didn't expect to, that is really further guiding me. And I am so appreciative of that deep inner knowledge that it gave me. I am very thankful to this church for providing us the opportunity to go to that.
Wow, sounds cool. Let's warm our hands up so we can give our blessing to all these beautiful children. Together, be the love you are, sing the song you hear, share your joy of life with people far and near. And the same for ourselves. Be the love we are, sing the song we hear, share our joy of life with people far and near. And now, thank you, lovely children and youth. Please go back to the people you came with. So next, we will stand, if you're able, for the prayer for protection. And then, song leaders, please come and help do the peace song at the end. So together, the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. Wherever God watches over us, I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And that's the truth.